Hi guys, so welcome to another video. So in this one, I will be trying to help you create a video using screenscript. So to start with, you can visit screenscript.app. Once you're there, you can just create an account and click on record video. So this will give you the launcher. So here you can see all the projects you created or create a new project. So I will create a new project called demo and open that using record. So I'm here. Here you can just enable whichever components you want. Also, we are testing an Android screen recorder, which you can find here. We will consider this in the next demo. So first, you can just click on the screen, and either you can select the tab, the window, or the entire screen. For now, I'm not selecting anything because I'm already recording that, so this might get interrupted. But you can just select with any of them and click share. Also, one thing you have to note that you can also share the system audio. So you can just Google that here or also here. You can find the same. So that's how you share the screen. Then you have the camera. So basically it's you can enable this. If this is your first time, you will see a pop-up asking for permission, which you can give, and from there you can select which device you want. And similarly you have the microphone. So there also you can just select which device you want. So once you're happy with the configuration, you can just click on start recording, and you will see a pop-up over here saying your video or everything is being recorded, and along with a stop button to end your recording. So that's how you record a video. uh, I'm not creating a recording right now. I will use a already existing one because I don't want to clash with this one. So I will open this edit. Okay, so this one I already recorded. So as you can see, there are many parts and there are many areas you get confused. So to start with, we will just start with these top buttons. So this one you can click to see the documentation of screenscript. Then you have the save button to save the project or the changes you made to the project. Then you have the export button to export the final video. Similarly, you have the project or properties panel. So you can see the aspect ratio here. You can change that or trimming. So if in case if you want to trim the start or end position, you can just directly do it here itself. And also you have the detach from zoom function, which we will discuss in later session. Then you have the wallpaper, so you can basically change to any of them, or you can even select a solid color, or even upload your own using the custom image. So I'm just keeping it to a built-in image. Then you have the audio. So here you can adjust the mic or the system volume which you have recorded. And similarly, you have this some additional customization such as stroke or outline. So you can add some effects if you want. Also select the back color of that effect. Those kinds of things you can do. So that's all about the properties panel. And then we have the timeline. So before coming on to the left session, I will just explain these quick tools. So basically you can undo or redo the things using these buttons over here. And also zoom in the timeline. Sorry, these labels are a bit misleading. We'll correct in the next update. So you can zoom in the timeline or zoom out the timeline here. And here we have like you can squeeze the full video into a single timeline, so that's also possible. And lastly, you have the snapping. So if you see, you can there is a bit snapping over here which you can disable by clicking again. So once you are here, familiar with these things, let's move to the left session. So here you can see there are different tabs. Basically, media tries to adjust the content of the video. Then you have the layouts, which configures how your each component, like the video, camera feed, your screen recording, all those things are laid in the video. Then you have zoom effects. So to start with, you have this whole media thing. So you are configuring everything from audio and each video in a single timeline over here. So start with you have the stream start. This is almost same as setting this in the project settings. So if you want to have remove the first 10 minutes, you can do this, or also you can just drag this and set in the media files also. So you can also do that, but if this is the faster way for your project, you can do that also. Similarly, you can just set the end of the trim to here. Then if you want, you can just select this and split your video at a point, but you have to make sure your cursor or this playhead is at the appropriate position. So you can just split that, and even you can just delete a file. So that's also possible. So this is all about the media session. Another thing you have is the layout. So basically, layout controls how each of the video component is being rendered. So you can just select this layout clip, and you can see different layouts being laid. So you can just select any of the one which you like. And another thing about layout is that you can dynamically change this in between your videos. So for example, at 10th second I want to focus only on the screen. So in that case I will just click on the player here to make the player at the appropriate position. Then just click on add transition. So you can see a transition element is being created here. So you can also adjust this position by dragging it. And once you're here, you can just click on any of these ones and change the layout. So for example, if I want to initially be like this one, so I will move the playhead over here. So right now it's being rendered like this. Then afterwards I want to move to a better circle kind of one, focusing more on the screen. So I will just click this one. So this automatically handles the layout transition. So if you play that over here, you can see it's being moved. Also, you can just adjust the time it takes to quickly move to the next video. So it can be slow. So this is how you adjust the time layout. Similarly, you have another zoom effect timeline. So this is basically kind of a keyframe based editing system. So basically you have zero zooms right now, and also position is 50-50. So if you want to have some zoom effect at 10th point, just move your playhead to that point, then add a zoom effect. The problem with zoom effect is that it affects both of these values. So if you want like a better kind of what we say better control over the zoom, I will just add another zoom effect to this point, so that if we increase this zoom value, the other or rest of the zoom part will not be affected. So I will just click here and play. As you can see, the video is zoomed to a particular point, but as you can notice, your area of focus may not be at the center. So you can also adjust your position at that point. So I just added the center position over here and adding another position. So in this one, I will be adjusting it to like the left corner. So if you play it again, you will be able to see that. And one thing I just mentioned earlier was this detach from zoom. So if you see right now, the video is being just focused, but if you want your camera to be at a point, you can just enable this detach from camera position. And as you can see, your video will always be there at the point. So that's how you create a video using screenshot. Once you're happy with your edit, you can just come here and click save and export. So here you can actually select which resolution you want your final output to be, and the aspect ratio you already set in the video settings or video properties in the last editor session. So you can just click export. And one thing you can have to do is that make sure this energy saver is not enabled, because if it's already enabled, it's gonna take like a lot of time compared to the real performance. So that's all about exporting the video. You can just click on export and wait for your video to come. So that's about screen script. So if you have any issues or problems, please do comment in the video. We'll do it another video. So thank you guys for seeing.